Hey guys, welcome back to Curls and Conversation, your destination for all things kinky, coily, curly, and conversation. I'm Elle Perry.
And I'm Corinthian Carruthers.
Today we're going to be talking about the pursuit of happiness and some of our personal life experiences that have led us to where we are today on our journey.
So we just want to share with you in hopes of being an inspiration and to inspire you like we have been inspired by some things in our life.
Our purpose is to just kind of be real, raw, and uncut. So it's a little difficult, but necessary to be real when trying to inspire someone.
Elle and I, we meet up with another young lady on Thursdays, and we have conversations that kind of keep us going and keep us inspired. And on Thursday, we had a great conversation. We talked about being human and how sometimes we get caught up in just doing instead of being. We need to start living our lives being who we want to be and being the things that we want to do. Oh, she said something and I wrote it down. We like taking our notes.
I know.
She wrote, she said that you are a human being, not a human doing. So do not ask yourself what I will do, but what will I be? I've really been sitting with me since that day. And I've been really thinking, like, with everything that's happened in this past year for both of us, it's really about being the result that you want to see. So instead of just waking up saying, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do, it's time to be and to live and put away our imperfections and press through it anyways and, go for it anyways.
One of the things you said is that I think touched me is being, and also when you talk about we have a list. Gotta do this, gotta do this, gotta do that. So you're never present and in the moment, and you miss
life.
Yeah.
Yep, you miss life.
Yeah.
I want to share something real quick. Well, at the beginning of this year, it's like a dark cloud was over my life. It seemed like I couldn't find that happy place. I was excited because I was getting ready to give birth to a little girl, but at the same time, something in my life was hindering me from moving forward. And I was still busy with life, doing this and doing that, doing every single day, but not having that still moment and that still time to just really think and meditate and hear what God was speaking to me. So my daughter was born prematurely, and during that time I had to stop. I had to stop life. I had to be there in the hospital with her. I had to focus on her health, but during that time it was quiet. Everything was quiet. And she was eventually shipped to Detroit Children's Hospital. I came across a book sale, and I got this book right here. It's not like a bestseller or anything like that, but it was only $1. It's called The Practicing Mind by Thomas Sterner. And as I was sitting there with her, I would open up the book and I would read the book and I would, check on her again. And I began to get in tune with who I was and my purpose again, and what this life is really about. And during this reading this book here, I've learned that you have to love the process of life. It's not about the destination, it's the journey. And you have to love that process, or begin to love the process. And she eventually passed. And when she passed, it's like that day my whole life just was like revealed. It was like, wow, you have a purpose, and this is your purpose, and this is what you have to do. And so from that day forward, I had to put aside, all my insecurities and press beyond all those, press beyond my fears, and do what it is that I have to do. And so, that's where I am now. I feel like, I'm not crazy about the fancy cars or the big houses or the name brand clothing. It's not even about that. It's about making an impact and helping other women and helping other people know who they are and find a purpose in their life and know you're on the same path as well.
For me, mine was last year. So because we're coming up on a year, we had to move out of our. We were living in a condo. My husband and our 4 children. Nice big basement for them to run around and play, nice backyard, 2 bathrooms, lots of space, tall ceilings, fireplace. I was really comfortable there, really loved being there. And life happens. Finances changed, and we had to make a decision about moving. And we decided to downsize. And the downside, it wasn't just a small downside, it was a huge downside. And so we are living in an apartment with 6 people. That's my husband and our 4 children with 2 bathrooms, and one of them only has a shower, so it's technically just 1.5 bath. And 2 bedrooms, so we let the kids sleep in the bed to kind of still keep some type of normalcy for the kids.
Right.
And my husband and I, we sleep in the living room on the floor. We make us a pallet, and we sleep on the floor in the living room. And for me, initially, I went into a depression. Why is this happening? What did I do? What had me and him done wrong together that you almost feel like you're being punished.
Yeah.
And through reading and spending time with you and quiet time, learning that, like you said, you have to learn to love the process, appreciate the process, embrace it, and know that it is temporary, but it's a lesson in it. It's
in everything. In everything. I feel like that about my daughter when she passed. It's like, but she's so young, and why would you give her to me and then take her away, and why did she have to die, and like all these things. But in the background, I began to get a lesson from it. And the lesson is put me first. Love who I am, get to know who I am, and now I just feel like I have a greater calling on my life and how we connected. And I'm just excited. I mean, life isn't perfect. We are still pressing forward, and we're still looking for that brighter day, and we're not giving up. And like that's the main thing, is to not give up, to keep pushing.
You have to know that God makes no mistakes, and God doesn't punish us. All of these things are life experience to make you stronger, for him to prepare you for what he has for you. And like you said, there, in spite of what may look bad, there are some great things that have happened. My children know our living situation isn't ideal, but my children are healthy, and my children are happy. They're happy in this little old tiny box. And so, like you said, cars and clothes and big houses, those things, they're material things, and they mean nothing. They hold no value. And I feel blessed that I'm able to share this life with you and with my family, and knowing that we have happiness in spite of.
Right. And then you even did a book signing on yesterday. So, just imagine, like a year from yesterday, you probably wouldn't even have thought that was going to happen. But you see how when you're on the right track and on the right path, things happen and doors begin to open up for you. So how was that yesterday? I didn't get a chance to make it.
So awesome. It was everything and more than I could have imagined. And if I could take anything away from yesterday, it was a little boy that came up to me, and he said, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I said, of course. And he said, I just love your hair, and I love your book, and can you read the book to me again? So that's why I really do it,
Yeah, and it's to see other people benefit from, your ideas and your products. And it's not so much about self-glory, it's about giving.
It is.
Giving a person a chance to experience something like that they wouldn't have experienced if your voice wasn't there. There's something in here. It says, as we attempt to understand ourselves and our struggles with life endeavors, we may find peace in the observation of a flower. And ask yourself, at what point in a flower's life, from seed to full bloom, does it reach perfection? What it says to me is that we can look at a flower and say, oh, it's so pretty, it's perfect. But that flower had to start at the seed, and it had to grow. And at what point was it ever perfect? We can see it and say it's perfect.
Yeah.
And that's how our lives are. You know, people can look at you and think that you have everything together and that you're perfect.
Yep.
And in actuality, we're all striving to be perfect, which I think perfect is almost, you know, impossible to get. But it's just
relative.
the idea. Yeah, it's just the idea of taking that path and that journey to a certain place, a certain destination. And I'm happy. That's how I feel about life.
I also have one in a book that I read often, the Be Happy Attitudes. I love this book because I think that how, you know, they say there's power in the tongue, but also words, thoughts are power also. And so you have to not only change the way you speak, but just change the way you think. And so I want to share one that I love. It says, righteousness, it is positive, faith-producing people who are actively pursuing a God-given journey. And for me, that speaks to me in a way that says, you know, no matter what your circumstance looks like, never, ever, ever stop believing and never, ever stop dreaming. God placed these dreams and these passions in us for a reason. So don't let your circumstance stop you from pursuing that.
Yeah, and don't wait till you're perfect to start.
Yes.
Because you're never going to be perfect to start. You know, you have to start where you are, use what you have, and watch how things just unfold.
Yeah.
And so that's what we want to share with you all today, is just encouragement to keep pushing and keep moving forward, to never give up on your dreams. Write them down, look at them every day, and
speak them out loud.
And find you a group or a circle that's going to help push you to that next level, that's going to encourage you and be that support system.
Yes. So stay positive and keep dreaming.
Keep dreaming. If you have any questions or any comments, you can contact us at curlsandconversation@gmail.com.
Also, you can find us on the web at www.curlsandconversation.com. We are also on Instagram, so don't forget to follow our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.